जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारि। यमुना तीर वनचारि। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा रमन राधा रमन राधे। जय जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ। जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा। जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताय गौर हरि बोल। ओम ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च। श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथन्वितं तं सजीवं Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Sri Lalita Sri Vishakhavitam Sya Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Mam Vishnu Padara Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So there are 12 forests in this Parikrama.
12 foreste della Parikrama.
So there are 7 forests on the west side of the Jamuna.
La settima foresta nella parte ovest di Yamuna.
And the 5 forest is on the east side of the Jamuna.
7 foreste nella parte ovest e 5 foreste nella parte est.
So now we are going on the east side of the Jamuna to
Adesso
cover the
siamo-
5 forest.
Adesso siamo nella parte di est di Jamuna.
First is the Bhadra one,
Nella foresta Bhadravan,
where Krishna killed Vatsasura demon, calf demon.
dove Krishna ha ucciso il demono vitello.
Calf demon. He killed.
Sura, Vishtasura?
Vatsasura.
Vatsasura demone.
We had to skip few things because of the time.
Per la
We cannot
ragione
cover
di tempo
everything.
dobbiamo saltare qualche passatempi.
And then there is a called Bhandirvan.
C'è un posto che si chiama Bhandirvan,
Where Lord Brahma had performed the marriage ceremony of Radha and Krishna.
dove il signor Brahma ha fatto
Arranged marriage ceremony of Radha and Krishna. Brahma was the priest to perform the marriage ceremony.
dove il signor Brahma ha organizzato il matrimonio di Radharani e Krishna.
It's a Bhandirvat. Vat means the big tree, big banyan tree.
Bhandirvan significa un grande albero di...
It's a big tree.
un grande albero.
You can see in the bottom there.
Si può vederlo sull'immagine. Banyan tree.
Banyan tree.
L'albero banyan.
There is a deity of Radha Bhandir Bihari.
C'è la divinità di Radha
Bhandir Bihari.
Bhandir Bihari.
where Krishna is, Radha and Krishna getting married, so Krishna is putting with his left hand at the kumkum on the Radharani, that deity is there, exactly.
Come Radha e Krishna erano sposati lì, Krishna ha messo sindur, is the name is sindur?
Sindur.
Ha messo sindur sul capelli di Radharani.
See, Brahma is performing the marriage.
Qua Brahma sta facendo questo matrimonio.
This is the Vamsivat, where Krishna on the top of the tree would go up and play the flute to bring all the cows back.
A Vamshivat Krishna suonava il suo flauto per chiamare tutte le mucche.
There is another forest called the Belvan,
C'è altra foresta che si chiama Belvan,
where Lakshmi is performing tapasya to enter in the past dance, Ras dance.
Lakshmi, dove Lakshmi faceva tapasya per entrare la danza di rasa.
But she cannot enter it.
Ma lei non poteva entrarla.
Because she has to follow in the path of the gopis and she doesn't want to.
Perché lei doveva seguire il passo delle gopi e lei non lo voleva.
In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, there is whole pastime is discussed between the conversation between Lord Chaitanya and Venkat Bhatt.
In Chaitanya Charitamrita c'è un discorso tra il signor Chaitanya
Venkat Bhatt
con Venkat Bhatt
in South India, in Srirangam.
in Sud India.
So we're not going to discuss that, it's going to take time.
Non andremo in dettagli perché ci vuole il tempo.
Then there is a Mansarovar.
Altro posto è Mansarovar.
We'll talk about, on the Lohavan, we'll talk about Jarasandha.
A Lohavan parleremo di Jarasandha.
Jarasandha had attacked Mathura city for 17 times.
Jarasandha ha attaccato Mathura 17 volte.
So we'll talk the background of Jarasandha.
Parleremo della vita di Jarasandha.
Jarasandha was the was the son of a king Brihadratha.
Jarasandha era il figlio di un re Brihadratha.
Brihadratha had married the twin princesses.
Brihadratha ha sposato due regine gemelle.
He had no son. He was without a son for a long time.
Ma non aveva un figlio per lungo tempo.
So he was not happy.
Non era felice.
He went to the forest and he served the rishi called Chandra Kausika.
Lui è andato nella foresta e ha incontrato un rishi che si chiamava Chandra Kaushika.
He served this rishi for a long time.
E lui faceva il servizio a questo rishi per tanto tempo.
Rishi was pleased with his service.
Rishi era soddisfatto con il suo servizio.
So king asked for benediction.
E il re ha chiesto una benedizione.
So Rishi gave him a divine fruit and told the king to give this fruit to his wife to eat.
Rishi gli ha dato una frutta e ha detto che le mogli devono mangiare questa frutta.
This fruit will help the queen to conceive and bring forth a son to be born of them.
Lui ha detto che questa frutta li aiuterà di avere un figlio.
But Sage didn't know that this king had a twin.
Ma Rishi non sapeva che questo re aveva due mogli gemelle.
The king loved both this queen, both the princesses, both his wives.
Il re ha portato questa frutta a entrambe mogli.
So he decided to divide the fruit in half and half. So half fruit he gave to one queen, half fruit he gave to another queen.
Lui ha dato una metà della frutta a una regina e altra metà della frutta ad altra regina.
So in due course, each wife conceived, but to the horror of all, each gave birth to a half part of the human body.
E alla fine tutte due regine avevano un figlio, hanno dato nascita a hanno generato un figlio, ma solo una metà del corpo umano.
Left side and right side.
Una metà destra e metà sinistra.
The king was upset, so king told that throw this child body in the forest. So they throw away both parts in the forest.
E il re ha detto di gettare questi corpi in foresta.
So during that time in that forest there was a Rakshas demoness called Jara.
E in questo tempo, questa foresta, c'era una demonessa che si chiamava Jara.
Jara, being attracted by smelling the human flesh, she came across these two half torsos.
Jara era attratta dal profumo del carne umano e lei ha trovato questi corpi.
So she held both pieces in both arms.
E lei ha preso questi due corpi in due palmi.
So incidentally, out of curiosity, both parts joined together.
Ma like accidentalmente lei ha messo tutte queste due parti insieme.
So as soon as the two halves touch each other, the child came to life and cried extremely loudly.
E al momento quando tutti due corpi si hanno toccato un altro, un bambino si è apparso e ha iniziato a piangere.
The demoness was petrified.
La demonessa era terrificata.
But at the same time, her maternal instinct rose above her anger and the cruel nature.
Ma allo stesso tempo il suo istinto materno
her maternal instincts rose above her anger and the cruel nature.
Il suo istinto materno era più forte della sua rabbia.
She could not bring herself to kill a small child.
Lei non aveva il cuore per uccidere questo bambino.
So she went to the kingdom and brought this new child, to Bhadra and explained to him what happened.
Quindi lei ha portato questo bambino il re e ha spiegato che cosa è successo.
So king accepted the child back as his son.
E il re ha accettato questo bambino come il suo figlio.
Since the child was brought up by this demon is Jara, they gave his name is Jarasandha.
E come questo bambino era creato dalla demonessa Jara, il suo nome era Jarasandha,
Means joined by Jara.
unito da Jara.
So after that, this rishi arrived at the kingdom and he saw the child.
E dopo un po' questo rishi è arrivato nel regno e ha visto questo figlio.
And this rishi said that his son is specially gifted and he would be a great devotee of Lord Shiva.
E il rishi ha detto che il tuo bambino, il tuo figlio sarà un grande divoto del Signor Shiva.
The rishi also predicted that Jarasandha, because of history of birth and life, would not be killed unless he was torn apart from legs to head in two half bodies, thrown miles apart in opposite direction.
Rishi anche ha detto che secondo la storia della nascita e della vita di Jarasandha, lui non sarà ucciso, almeno il suo corpo sarà lacerato in due parti, e due parti saranno separati
In opposite direction.
nelle direzioni opposte.
So Jarasandha became a very powerful king.
E Jarasandha è diventato un re molto potente.
He was crowned as emperor of Magad.
Lui era un imperatore di Magad,
Which is now called Bihar.
che si chiama adesso Bihar.
He was married and he had two twin daughters called Asti and Prapti.
Lui si è sposato e aveva due figli gemelli.
And he married this Asti and Prapti to Kamsa.
E i suoi figli erano sposati con Kamsa.
So Kamsa was the
Son-in-law.
Yeah.
Quindi Kamsa era il genero di Jarasandha.
So after Krishna killed Kamsa,
E dopo Krishna ha ucciso Kamsa,
these two wives of Kamsa, they become widow.
le due mogli di Kamsa sono diventate vedove.
So they went to her father Jarasandha.
E sono venute dal suo padre Jarasandha.
And Jarasandha attacked Mathura repeatedly for 17 times.
E Jarasandha ha attaccato Mathura per 17 volte.
Each time Jarasandha would come, he would bring so much army, so many armies from all different kings he would bring to fight with Krishna and Balram.
Ogni volta quando Jarasandha ha attaccato Mathura, lui portava così tanti eserciti da tutti i regni.
And Jarasandha was very charitable. He was very charitable to the Brahmanas.
E Jarasandha faceva tanta carità ai brahmani.
He was worshipper of Lord Shiva.
E lui adorava il Signor Shiva.
He was very famous for his charity.
E era molto famoso per la sua carità.
After performing daily puja, he would grant Brahmanis anything they wish without any exceptions.
Ogni giorno dopo una puja era fatta, lui offriva tutto ai brahmani, tutto che volevano.
He was exceptional in the art of one by one wrestling.
E lui era
One-to-one wrestling.
un grande lottatore.
Only Karna and Bhima were capable enough to challenge and defeat him. Karna.
Solo Karna e Bhima potevano batterlo.
Jarasandha, Krishna every time Jarasandha came with army, Krishna, Balaram one time caught Jarasandha and wanted to kill him.
Una volta quando Jarasandha è venuto per uccidere Krishna, Balaram lo ha preso e voleva ucciderlo.
But Krishna said, no, don't kill him. Let him bring all these demons, all these kings who are the demons. He is bringing. So it's better I don't have to go all the states. Let him bring and we will kill them here.
Ma Krishna ha detto no, non ucciderlo, fallo portare tutti i demoni, questi re demoni qua, così non devo andare da nessuna parte per ucciderli.
Because Krishna had come here to vinasaya duskritam. That was his purpose, to kill all the demons and establish the religion, save the devotees.
Perché Krishna è arrivato sul terra per uccidere i demoni e per salvare i devoti.
Every time Jarasandha would go to fight, he would request for the blessings of the Brahmanas.
Ogni volta quando Jarasandha veniva per combattere, lui chiedeva la benedizione dei Brahmani.
So, but 17 times he asked for the Brahmanas would bless it that you will win, but 17 times he was defeated all the time by Krishna.
E lui ha chiesto 17 volte per benedizioni per vincere, ma tutti 17 volte era battuto.
18th time, when Brahmanas blessed him, he told Brahmanas that, look, this time if I don't win this war, I will kill all of you.
18th. La 10ª volta quando lui andava per combattere Krishna, lui ha detto a Brahmani: se adesso non avrò la vittoria, vi ucciderò tutti.
So Krishna knew about it.
E Krishna lo sapeva.
So this time Krishna, instead of fighting with him because he wanted to save the Brahmanas, yeah. If he had defeated, he would kill all the Brahmanas. To save the Brahmanas, Jarasandha, Krishna left battle, and he went. He established Dwarka.
Quindi questa volta, come Krishna lo sapeva, lui ha deciso di combattere Jarasandha perché Krishna voleva di proteggere i Brahmana. Lui sapeva che Jarasandha voleva uccidere tutti i Brahmana in caso di defense. No, if he will lose. In caso di sconfitta. Krishna ha lasciato il campo di battaglia e è andato via per fondare Dwaraka.
That's why Krishna is called, another name of Krishna is Ranchod. Ranchod means the battle, Chod means go away, leave.
E per questo Krishna anche si chiama Ranchor. Ran significa battaglia e Chor significa andare via.
In the middle of the fight, he just ran away.
Nel mezzo della battaglia lui è andato via.
So on the way to Dwarka, there is a temple, there is a place where it is called, there is a temple of Ranchod is there on the way to Dwarka.
Sulla strada a Dwaraka c'è il tempio di Ranchor.
So here is Lohavan, this is the place where Krishna, every time Jarasandha came and fought 17 times with Krishna.
Lohavan è il posto dove Jarasandha è venuto 17 volte per combattere Krishna.
There is another pastime also, but there is no time anyhow. So Jarasandha, after that, as you know, Yudhishthira Maharaj was performing he was installed as a Chakravarti Samrat, and he was going to perform the Yajna.
Come sapete, Yudhishthira Maharaj faceva un Yajna.
But in that Yajna, he had to win, to call to be Chakravarti Samrat, he had to win all the favor of all the kings.
Ma per fare questa yagya, per avere successo con questa yagya, lui doveva chiamare tutti i re. Doveva vincere tutti i re.
So he had sent his brothers Arjun, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadev, all the different, in all those directions, to gain the favor of all the kings, so that he can perform and he can be known as the Samrat, his Chakravarti Samrat of whole this planet.
Quindi lui ha mandato i suoi fratelli in tutte le parti, in tutti i regni, per ricevere le... Can I? No, he is not saying tax. But you are not saying taxes, you are saying benediction.
Well, favor, king's favor, and of course they will also give the gifts.
Okay.
They will also give the gifts to Yudhishthira.
Ok, quindi lui ha mandato i fratelli per ricevere anche le tasse di tutti i regni.
So at that time Jarasandha was also a king, and he would not favor, he would not give, he was not interested in giving gifts or anything to Yudhishthira Maharaj.
Anche Jarasandha era il re e lui non era interessato di dare niente a Yudhishthira.
So Krishna knew that Jarasandha is the one. So Krishna also knew Jarasandha was very favorable to the Brahmanas. He was charitable to the Brahmanas.
Krishna lo sapeva che Jarasandha faceva tanta carità ai Brahmani.
So Krishna, Arjuna and Bhima, they went in the form of a Brahmanas at the Jarasandha's kingdom.
E quindi Krishna, Bhima e Arjuna sono andati nel regno di Jarasandha vestiti come Brahmani.
They were in a form of a Brahmanas, not to recognize.
E nessuno poteva riconoscerli.
So Jarasandha welcomed them because they are Brahmanas. So Jarasandha welcomed, gave them a place to stay in nice palace, gave them all the facilities, welcomed them, and they took a good rest. In the morning, say we'll talk in the morning.
Jarasandha li ha benvenuto, gli ha dato un spazio nel suo palazzo, gli ha dato una festa e loro hanno detto che parliamo domani.
Krishna also knew that Jarasandha in the morning he performed his puja, and after the puja, whoever comes, any Brahmana comes, any benediction they want, he would give without any discrimination. Krishna knew that.
Krishna anche sapeva che di mattina Jarasandha faceva una grande yagya e dopo le yagya lui dava tutto che qualcuno chiedeva, senza niente discriminazione.
So in the morning after Jarasandha performed his daily, his puja, then Krishna, Arjuna and Bhima, they in the form of a Brahmana, they were sitting with Jarasandha, and Jarasandha saw that the Bhima, he's a big, and he didn't look like a Brahmana.
Di mattina, dopo questa puja, quando Krishna, Arjuna e Bhima sedevano insieme con Jarasandha come brahmani, Jarasandha ha notato che Bhima era molto grande come un orso e non sembrava un brahmane.
And Arjuna also didn't look like a Brahmana, he was a very kshatriya, powerful king.
E anche Arjuna non sembrava un brahmana, lui sembrava un re, un guerriero potente.
But Krishna didn't look like a king. He looked like a, Vaishya, not even a Brahmana.
Ma Krishna non sembrava un kshatriya, lui sembrava un Vaishna, non anche sembrava un brahmana.
So Jarasandha seeing them, Jarasandha is thinking that I have seen these two were a Brahman, I have seen them somewhere.
E Jarasandha pensava, ma io ho visto questi due brahmana da qualche parte.
So then Krishna revealed himself that look, he's Bhima, here is Arjun, and I am Krishna.
E in questo momento Krishna ha detto la verità che questo è Bhima e questo è Arjuna e io sono Krishna.
So Jarasandha, after he's supposed to give the charity, so Jarasandha said, how can I serve you?
E come Jarasandha doveva fare carità dopo la puja, lui ha chiesto, ma come posso servirvi?
So Krishna said, we are here to fight with you.
E Krishna ha detto, noi siamo qua per combatterti.
Jarasandha said, you cowherd boy, you cowherd, you are a Vaishya, you are a cowherd. You are the one who ran away from the fight with me. And you want to fight with me? I don't want to fight. You ran away from you previously, after 17 times fighting with you, 18 times you ran away, just like that. I cannot fight. You are not matched with me. I cannot fight with you.
E Jarasandha ha detto, ma tu sei un pastore, sei un Vaishna, tu hai scappato, sei scappato via l'ultima volta quando volevo combatterti. Io non voglio combatterti adesso.
And he said, Arjun, no. Arjun, you were Anj. Anj means that he was 1 year when he was in the cognito, because 13 years they had to, and last year they have to send cognito. At that Arjun had become the what do you call, the not man and not woman,
Okay.
what do you call it? Ananch, what do you call it in English?
Eunuco.
Huh?
Eunuco.
Yeah.
E a Arjuna Jarasandha ha detto, ma tu sei un eunuco perché l'ultimo anno quando i Pandava devono stare incognito, Arjuna ha preso il ruolo di eunuco.
So he said, I cannot fight with you.
Lui ha detto, io non posso combatterti,
So only I can fight with this Bhima.
io posso combattere solo Bhima.
So there was fight between Bhima and Jarasandha for a long, long time.
E c'era una battaglia tra Bhima e Jarasandha per tanto tempo.
Because Jarasandha was on one-to-one fight in wrestling. Jarasandha was not ordinary. He was very powerful.
Perché Jarasandha era molto potente, era un lottatore molto potente.
They were fighting with mace, gada.
Prima loro hanno iniziato a combattere con mazze.
And they were fighting such a that the mace, the gada, they become powder. So powerful gada, but they become powder just by fighting.
E loro combattevano finché le mazze sono diventate polvere.
And finally Bhima was tired. Bhima said, I cannot fight with Jarasandha. It's not possible.
Alla fine Bhima era stanco, lui ha detto, io non posso combattere Jarasandha.
No, Krishna told him, no, you fight with him.
Ma Krishna ha detto, no, tu devi combattere.
Remember, Jarasandha can be killed only by turning apart his body from the legs to the head.
Devi ricordare che si può uccidere Jarasandha solo se lacerare il suo corpo dal gambe alla testa.
And not just turn apart his body, but they have to spread in the opposite direction. If they spread in the same direction, then they will join again.
E non solo lacerare il suo corpo, ma anche gettare i due parti in direzione opposte, perché se gettarli in una direzione loro si uniscono ancora.
So what Krishna did, Krishna took one from the tree.
Twig.
He took one, small little stick or something, and he torn apart and he threw it like in different direction to give the indication to Bhima, this is what you'll have to do to kill Jarasandha.
E per dare l'indicazione a Bhima, Krishna ha preso un ramoscello, l'ho separato in due parti e ha gettato queste due parti in direzioni opposte per mostrare a Bhima cosa deve fare.
So finally Bhima did it. Bhima tear apart his body in half and threw it in different direction.
E alla fine Bhima ha lacerato il corpo di Jarasandha in due parti e ha gettato due parti in direzioni opposte.
And this way Jarasandha was killed.
E questo è il momento quando Jarasandha era ucciso.
Okay. This is the Baladev Dauji.
Questo è Baladev Dauji.
Krishna's great grandson Vajranabh had installed Govindadev.
Il nipote di Krishna ha installato Govindadev,
Keshavadev,
Keshavadev,
Haridev,
Haridev,
and Baladev.
and Baldev.
Now out of these four, of course he had also installed that it was out of these four, in Vraja, 84 goes, only Baladev original deity is there. Otherwise all other deities are outside of Braj. They are in Rajasthan somewhere.
Di queste quattro divinità solo Baldev è originale a Vraj perché altre tre sono in Rajasthan.
So this is the original deity, 5,000 years old deities. This is the Baladev, original deity of.
Questa divinità è originale e ha 5.000 anni.
There's a nice temple, in Dauji, this is the temple.
C'è un tempio molto bello.
Thousands of pilgrimages come for the darshan of Baladev.
Migliaia di pellegrini vengono per un darshan.
Because Baladev is the Adi Guru.
Baladev è Adiguru.
Adiguru.
Baladev è Adiguru.
Okay, so now we are in last forest.
E adesso andiamo nell'ultima foresta,
We cover the Bhadravan,
che si chiama Bhadravan,
Bhandirvan,
Bandevan,
Belvan,
Belvan,
Lohavan,
Lohavan
and Mahavan.
e Mahavan.
Mahavan is a place where Krishna was brought. When Krishna appeared in the Kamsa's prison in Mathura, and Nand Maharaj had brought crossing Jamuna, Nand Maharaj had brought Krishna to here in Mahavan in Gokul. That's where Jasoda and Nand Maharaj were staying.
Vyasadev has brought, Ananda Maharaj has brought. Vyasadev has brought, or Nanda Maharaj has brought.
No.
From prison?
From prison, Vasudev, his father.
Mahavan è il posto dove Krishna era portato dopo era nato alla prigione di Kamsa e Vyasadev l'ha portato in posto dove c'era Nanda Maharaj in Vandavan.
Vasudev brought.
Sì, Vasudev brought where Nanda Maharaj was.
Nanda Maharaj was staying in Gokul, in Mahavan.
In Gokul, in Mahavan.
And this is where the Krishna stayed for 2.5 years, 2 years and some months.
E questo è il posto dove Krishna è rimasto per 2 anni e pochi mesi.
This is where Putana came to kill Putana, Sakta, Sura, Trinavarta, all these demons came to kill Krishna at this place.
In questo posto Putana e altri demoni sono venuti per uccidere piccolo Krishna.
Of course, there is a Brahman Ghat,
C'è anche Branhan Ghat
where on the bank of the Jamuna.
sulla riva di Jamuna.
This is where Krishna had eaten the dirt.
È il posto dove Krishna mangiava il sporco, la terra.
And this is where Mother Yashoda told Krishna, please open your mouth and show me whether you have eaten dirt or not, because Balram and all the cowherd boy complain.
Questo è il posto dove Mata Yashoda ha chiesto a Krishna di aprire la bocca perché Balarama e altri ragazze lamentavano.
This is the famous ghat where Srila Prabhupada came with his disciples to take a bath on his Parikrama.
Srila Prabhupada con i suoi discepoli è venuto in questo posto con la sua Parikrama.
Srila Prabhupada had brought his disciples to visit different places. So Srila Prabhupada had brought all his disciples here on the bank of Jamuna on Brahman Ghat. If you see famous picture.
Si può vedere una foto molto famosa quando Srila Prabhupada ha portato tutti tanti suoi discepoli sulla riva di Yamuna in Brahman Ghat.
Srila Prabhupada is sitting on the steps of if you have seen the video, Srila Prabhupada is sitting on the steps of this ghat, on the steps here, and his disciples are taking bath in the Jamuna.
Sulla questa foto Srila Prabhupada è seduto sul gradine di questo ghat e i suoi discepoli fanno il bagno.
Srila Prabhupada at that time was not feeling good, but as soon as he saw Jamuna, so he also suddenly started to take his clothes off and he's wearing the gamsa, and he also went and took a bath in the Jamuna.
In questo tempo Srila Prabhupada non si sentiva bene, ma al momento quando lui ha visto Yamuna, lui ha iniziato a smettere i vestiti e anche lui ha fatto il bagno.
So it's famous because Srila Prabhupada, pure devotee of the Lord, took a bath in the Jamuna and purified the Jamuna water, because people are coming to Jamuna to take a bath to give their sin, pour their sins in Jamuna, but the pure devotee of the Lord, when he takes a bath in Jamuna, he purifies all Jamuna river.
Questo momento è molto famoso perché Srila Prabhupada, un puro devoto, ha fatto bagno in Yamuna e così lui ha purificato l'acqua di Yamuna e altra gente viene a fare il bagno in Yamuna per purificarsi.
So this is where Mother Yashoda had seen in Krishna's mouth, whole universal form, chapter 8 of Krishna book.
In questo posto Mata Yashoda ha visto l'universo intero nella bocca di Krishna, è capitolo 8 nel Krishna book.
So you can read whenever you all have
Sì,
time.
si può leggere quando avete il tempo.
But we're going to talk about Damodar Lila.
Ma noi parleremo di Damodar Lila.
Ukhal Bandhan. This is the mortar.
Ukhal Bandhan è...
This is the mortar where Mother Yashoda was churning the butter, yogurt into butter.
Questo è il posto dove Mata Yashoda faceva il burro.
So we'll talk about Damodar Lila, which is chapter number 9 in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto.
Parleremo di Damodar Lila, capitolo 9 nel canto 10 di Srimad Bhagavatam.
So on the Diwali day in the early morning,
nel giorno Diwali, nella mattina di giorno di Diwali,
in Gokul,
a Gokul,
Balaram and Mother Rohini were not present at the time, they had gone.
Balaram e Madre Rohini erano assenti.
And the Nand Maharaj and all the cowherd boys were busy preparing for the Indra Yajna.
E Nanda Maharaj con tutti i pastori erano occupati di preparare Indra Yajna.
And all the gopis were also busy.
E tutti i gopi erano anche occupate.
Mother Jasoda was thinking that my son, little boy, he is always stealing butter.
E Madre Yashoda pensava, il mio figlio sempre ruba il burro.
I have 900,000 cows, and why is he going? Why we have so much butter in the house? Why is he going to steal the butter in other places? And all the gopis are complaining all the time.
Io ho 900.000 mucche e noi abbiamo così tanto burro a casa, ma lui sempre ruba il burro degli altri e le gopi sempre lamentano.
So she decided this time I am going to make butter myself.
E, lei ha deciso di fare il burro questa volta herself, da sola.
So she had a special cow called Padmagandha cow.
E lei aveva una mucca speciale Padmagandha.
And she was given special grass.
E questa mucca mangiava l'erba speciale.
Her milk was very tasty.
E il suo latte era molto dolce.
And night before she had milked that cow herself.
E la notte precedente lei ha munto questa mucca da sola.
And she had warmed up the milk and add little butter and leave it so that in the morning the milk will turn into yogurt.
E lei ha messo un po' di burro nel questo latte così che di mattina questo latte diventa lo yogurt.
Krishna was sleeping next to her because Krishna was a little baby.
Come Krishna era un piccolo bambino, dormiva insieme con Yashoda.
She was thinking that I will get up early in the morning and I will churn the butter.
E lei pensava che io mi sveglierò di mattina e farò il burro.
So early morning she got up when Krishna was sleeping.
Mattina presto lei si è svegliata mentre Krishna dormiva.
But she had kept little light on to see the beautiful face of Krishna.
Ma lei ha ucciso un po' di luce per vedere, acceso un po' di luce per vedere il bello viso di Krishna.
Krishna was in the next room, but she had kept the little door open and she was churning butter in another room, but she could see Krishna lying there with a beautiful face, shining face.
Krishna dormiva in altra stanza, ma lei ha lasciato la porta un po' aperta per vedere il bellissimo viso di Krishna.
But this scene was within her heart because she loved so much.
What was in her heart?
In her whole scene of Krishna's face.
E questa scena di viso di Krishna era nel suo cuore perché lei amava Krishna così tanto.
So Mother Vasudha started to churn the butter.
Lei ha iniziato a fare il burro.
Lord gave mercy that she let her churn the butter right now. Let her do it. Lord allow her, give mercy.
Il Signore ha dato la sua misericordia e l'ha lasciato a fare il burro per questo momento.
While she was churning the butter, at that time she was singing.
E mentre lei faceva il burro, lei cantava.
Churning was making noise like a mridanga.
E il processo del I just don't know the name in 1 second. E questo strumento con il quale faceva il burro faceva il suono di Bridanga.
And her bangles, she had bangles and the neck and the feet. What do you call the anklets? They were making noise and they were sounding like a kartal.
E i suoi braccialetti suonavano come karatal.
So whole kirtan was, and she was singing the glories of Krishna. She was singing the glories in the form of all his pastimes in the form of poetry, and she was singing while she was churning, and her bangles and the anklets were making sound like a kartal. So it was like a sankirtan.
Tutto questo sembrava una sankirtana perché c'era Mridanga e Karatal e lei cantava le glorie per il Signore.
Her mind was always absorbed in Krishna.
E la sua conoscenza era sempre sorta di Krishna.
She was wearing yellow sari, yellow color sari, yellow silk sari. Silk sari.
Lei era vestita nel sari giallo.
Jasoda. And she had tied sari with a belt.
Lei ha where are all my help? Lei ha messo anche la cintura sul sari.
Out of love, her milk was dripping from her breast, out of her love for Krishna.
Lei amava Krishna così tanto che c'erano le gocce del latte del suo del suo seno.
Her sari was wet and she was churning.
Il suo sari era bagnato e lei faceva il burro.
She was perspiration, she was perspiring.
E lei sudava.
Jasoda's eyes were beautiful. She was the most beautiful person.
Lei era una donna più bella.
And while she was chanting, also she was singing. At the same time, she was looking the beautiful face of Krishna.
Mentre cantando, lei anche guardava il bellissimo viso di Krishna.
She had on her hair, she had malati flowers. The ladies, malati flowers. Ladies put the flowers in their hair.
Lei aveva I fiori di malati nei suoi capelli.
In spiritual world, everything is conscious.
Nel mondo spirituale tutto ha coscienza.
Jasoda's bangles were also conscious, ankle bells were also conscious, flowers were also conscious.
I braccialetti hanno coscienza, I fiori hanno coscienza.
Flowers were on her head, but flowers were thinking that this lady, Jasoda, she is the most devoted to Krishna, and we're not supposed to be on her head.
E I fiori pensavano che questa donna è una divota di Krishna più grande e noi non possiamo stare nella sua testa.
It is an offense to stay at the head of this devotee.
Questo è una offesa stare sulla testa di una divota.
We belong to her feet.
Noi dobbiamo essere ai suoi piedi.
So while she was churning, all the flowers fell from her head and will go falling at her feet, because as like we offer flowers to Srila Prabhupada, we offer at his feet, we don't offer on her head. So here flowers were conscious, they were thinking that we don't belong on the head. She's a great devotee, we belong to her feet. So flowers would fall from her head and at her feet.
E mentre lei faceva il burro, i fiori sono caduti dalla sua testa ai suoi piedi, come noi facciamo, offriamo i fiori a Srila Prabhupada, li offriamo ai suoi piedi, non li mettiamo nella sua testa. E quindi i fiori volevano stare sui suoi piedi.
So while she was churning, Krishna woke up.
E mentre lei faceva il burro, Krishna si è svegliato.
Now every morning when Krishna woke up, Mother Jasoda was with her, but this time Mother Jasoda wasn't there.
E ogni mattina quando Krishna si svegliava, Mata Yashoda era sempre con lui, ma questa volta non c'era.
So Krishna wiping his eyes and started to crying.
E Krishna ha iniziato a piangere.
And bed was little bit up.
E il letto era molto alto.
His little boy, he has to get down from the bed. How he's going to do that?
Lui non poteva scendere dal letto, come poteva farlo? Era così piccolo.
So he lay down on his stomach and putting one leg down.
Lui si è sdraiato sul stomaco e ha messo una gamba giù.
And very carefully put another leg down, and he came down from the bed, and he came near Jasoda crying.
E dopo, con attenzione, lui ha messo anche altra gamba giù e così si è sceso e è venuto a Mata Yashoda piangendo.
And he came where Jasoda was standing, so he came to Jasoda, he held with one hand, he held Marjar Jasoda's sari, another hand he held the churning rod to have her stop churning.
Lui ha preso con una mano il sari di Mata Yashoda e con l'altra mano cercava di fermare questa macchina per burro.
But Jasoda thought, what he will do now?
E Mata Yashoda ha pensato, ma che cosa sta facendo?
So Lord Krishna held the rod and he got up in the lap of Mother Jasoda.
Got on the lap?
Lap of Mother Jasoda.
E il signor Krishna ha preso Mata Yashoda e si è alzato e si è seduto sui suoi ginocchi.
So Jasoda held Lord Krishna and she sat down and she started feeding her breast milk.
E Mata Yashoda ha preso Krishna, si è seduta e ha iniziato e ha dato il suo latte di seno a lui.
Krishna was very happy now drinking milk from the breast of Mother Jasoda.
E adesso il signor Krishna era molto felice perché beveva il latte di Madre Yashoda.
Jasoda was also happy.
E anche Mata Yashoda era molto felice.
Lord's teeth were small and white, like a moon. Lips were red.
I denti di Krishna erano bianchi e i suoi labbra erano rosse.
Like a kundaru fruit.
Come una frutta di kundaru.
So during this time, she realized that she had put the milk on the stove to boil.
Ma prima Yashoda ha messo latte sul fuoco per bollire.
And milk was going out of the pots. It was,
E il latte ha iniziato a scappare.
So she saw that now this all she was doing to please Krishna. That milk was also for Krishna.
Questo latte bollito era per Krishna, lei faceva tutto per soddisfare Krishna.
To save that milk, she, in the middle of while Krishna was drinking the breast milk, she put Krishna down to turn off the fire.
E lei ha messo Krishna giù perché doveva spegnere il fuoco.
Now the question might be why Mother Jasoda left the Lord? She would have taken with her with her to turn off the fire.
Ma la domanda può essere perché lei ha messo Krishna giù, perché poteva portarlo insieme con sé per spegnere il fuoco.
But she was going so fast, and she didn't wanna take chances of Krishna, bring Krishna near the fire.
Ma lei aveva così tanta
Dangerous.
fretta e questo era pericoloso, lei non voleva portare Krishna vicino al fuoco.
So Krishna is her son, and to protect the milk, she went there and left Krishna.
Krishna è il suo figlio e lei lo ha lasciato.
Milk was also a devotee of Krishna.
Anche il latte era un divoto di Krishna.
Milk was thinking
E il latte pensava
that Mother Jasoda's milk will be never less.
che il latte di Mata Yashoda non will never finish.
She will have always the milk. She has.
Non finirà mai.
So milk was thinking that our life is useless.
E il latte pensava che la nostra vita è senza obiettivo.
Without used by Krishna.
Se noi non siamo usati da Krishna.
So they were thinking whether it's better we die.
E il latte pensava meglio che moriamo.
But Krishna also wanted to protect the milk, so that's why she went to turn off.
Ma Yashoda anche voleva di proteggere il latte e per questo motivo è andata per spegnerlo.
But this behavior of Jasoda, Krishna didn't like it, he got angry.
Ma Krishna si è arrabbiato di questo comportamento di Yashoda.
His lips were shivering with his teeth.
What did he do?
His lips were shivering,
Okay.
When you get angry.
I suoi labbra trembavano.
He was covering his lips in anger with crying.
E lui piangeva e what he was doing with the lips?
His lips were covering, you get with the teeth.
Okay.
The teeth.
E
Sometimes
lui
get angry.
morsicava le sue labbra.
He is thinking that I am the Lord of the universe.
Lui pensava, io sono il Signore dell'universo.
I am satisfied. I'm well satisfied with everything.
Sono soddisfatto di tutto.
I have come here.
Sono arrivato qua.
And I cannot satisfied. I'm not satisfied. I cannot even have a milk. I'm not even, to give me satisfaction. I cannot have a milk.
E io non posso neanche avere il latte.
I'm self-satisfied. I own everything. And here, Mother Jasoda is going away. I'm coming here. She is going away without feeding me, satisfying me.
Io sono il proprietario di tutto e adesso Mata Yashoda va via senza soddisfarmi.
So he was so angry, so he took a little stone.
Lui era così arrabbiato che ha preso una piccola pietra.
And he threw that stone at that spot where his Mother Jasoda was churning the big pot, the butter.
E lui ha gettato questa pietra questa pentola dove Mata Yashoda faceva il burro.
So all the butter, everything was spread everywhere. He ran away. He ran away in another room.
Quindi tutto il latte è uscito dalla pentola e lui è scappato.
And in another room we went, and there was a mortar. Another mortar was there, so he put mortar upside down, and he climbed on the mortar.
Lui è scappato nell'altra camera e in altra camera c'era altro mortaio e lui ha buttato questo mortaio giù.
So he climbed the mountain, and there was a butter was hanging. So he broke that butter also, and he started to eat the butter and started to feed all the monkeys.
e lui si è alzato su questo mortaio e c'era il burro, do you speak English? No? To hang, Prabhu, to hang. C'era il burro appeso e lui rompo questa pentola e c'era il yogurt e lui ha iniziato a dare questo yogurt ai scimmie.
So when Jasoda returned, she couldn't find where Krishna he had laid down Krishna, but she saw that butter pot was broken, butter is everywhere, and Jasoda couldn't find Krishna.
E quando Yashoda si è tornata, lei non poteva trovare Krishna, lei ha visto tutto il burro per pavimento e non poteva trovare Krishna.
But she realized that this is the work of my son.
Ma lei ha capito che questo è il lavoro del mio figlio.
She did not get angry.
Lei non era arrabbiata.
But smiling, she thought this is the work of my son, and she could not find her son.
Ma con sorriso lei non poteva trovare il figlio.
But Krishna had walked through the butter, so there was footprints of Krishna were there.
Ma come Krishna ha messo i piedi, ha camminato sul burro, c'erano impronte dei piedi di Krishna.
So she followed the footprints in the next room and she saw Krishna was sitting on the mortar and feeding the monkeys.
Lei ha seguito questi impronte e ha visto Krishna seduto sul letto e seduto sul mortaio e lui dava il burro ai scimmie.
He was feeding the monkeys until monkeys are satisfied.
E le scimmie erano molto soddisfatte.
These monkeys were from the Lord Ramchandra's time in Treta Yuga.
Queste scimmie erano di Treta Yuga, del tempo di Signor Ram.
Same monkeys helped Ram to build a bridge and kill Ravana and bring Sita back.
Le stesse scimmie hanno aiutato il Signor Rama di costruire il ponte e portare Sita indietro.
At that time, Lord Ram was not able to feed them. So this time, as a Krishna, he fed them the butter as much as but to eat, satisfied.
In questo tempo il Signor Rama non era in grado di dargli il cibo, ma adesso il Signor Krishna poteva farlo.
So Mother Jasoda saw, but Krishna didn't see her.
Krishna non ha notato Mata Yashoda.
So she came slowly to catch him.
Lei si è avvicinata per afferrarlo.
As she came closer, Krishna saw the stick in her hand. Mother Jasoda had a stick in her hand.
E come lei si è avvicinata, Krishna ha notato un bastone nel suo mano.
Krishna is thinking this is not a cow herding time, because every time he would go for cow herding, Mother Jasoda would give him the stick and go give him the lunch. But Krishna is thinking this is not the cow herding time. Why she is bringing the stick?
E Krishna pensava, ma questo non è il tempo per portare via le mucche, perché ogni mattina quando loro portavano via le mucche lei prendeva il bastone. Ma Krishna pensava, adesso non è tempo.
He realized that I am guilty and she is going to punish me now.
E lui ha capito che adesso lei stava per punirlo.
He had no time to get down from the mortar, so he jumped and ran other side.
E lui non aveva il tempo per scendere dal mortaio, quindi lui è saltato e scappato via.
He ran on the other side. Jasoda was standing this side, he ran on the other side and kept running.
E lui è corso nella direzione opposta, Yashoda, per scappare.
Demigods are afraid of the Lord.
I Deva hanno paura del Signore,
But here, Lord is afraid of the mother Jashoda.
ma il Signore ha paura di Mata Yashoda.
And Jashoda was running behind him.
E Yashoda lo inseguiva.
Sukadeva Goswami says that yogis with speed of mind try to catch Lord and can't catch the Lord.
Le scritture dicono che i yogi con with mind,
Yogi with the speed of their mind, they want to catch the Lord, but they cannot catch the Lord.
che i yogi cercano di catch, di acciappare il Signore, ma non sono capaci di acciapparlo.
But here Jashoda is just running behind the Lord to catch him.
Ma Mata Yashoda lo sta following, lo sta like to catch, lo sta seguendo per afferrarlo.
So Lord is running in the front and Jashoda is running behind to catch him.
Quindi il Signor correva nel fronte davanti e Mata Yashoda correva per prenderlo.
If the yogis cannot catch, how the Jashoda is going to catch?
Ma se yogi non potevano prenderlo, come Mata Yashoda poteva farlo?
Finally Jashoda caught Krishna.
E alla fine Mata Yashoda l'ho preso.
She cannot catch, but he saw that he saw the mother Jashoda's condition.
Lei non poteva prenderlo, ma come il Signore ha visto la sua condizione,
She was perspiring,
lei era tutta sudata,
she was tired.
tutta stanca.
She had got up early in the morning to chant the butter.
Lei si è svegliata la mattina presto per fare il burro.
He could not bear her condition.
E lui non poteva vedere la sua condizione.
So Lord Krishna slowed down his speed.
Quindi lui ha diminuito la velocità.
And Jashoda caught him.
E Yashoda l'ho presa.
She had one hand, her left hand is holding Krishna, and in right hand she had a stick.
Nella mano sinistra lei teneva Krishna e nella mano destra il bastone.
Krishna had committed offense.
Krishna ha fatto una offesa.
He had a broken pot running away.
Perché lui ha rotto una pentola
And butter everywhere.
e c'era il burro dappertutto.
So one hand she was holding Krishna.
Quindi con una mano lei teneva Krishna.
And Krishna was wiping his eyes and he was crying.
E Krishna piangeva.
Mother Jashoda tried to, move his tears.
E Yashoda voleva rimuovere le sue lacrime.
But he himself was rubbing his eyes, so all the kajal from the eyes were smeared on his face.
Ma lui strofinava gli occhi.
Mother Jashoda was not beating her son, because she loved her so much.
Mata Yashoda ha mai colpito il suo figlio.
All the love from the world collected together is not compared to Jashoda's love for the Lord.
Tutto amore dell'universo unito non è uguale all'amore di Mata Yashoda per Krishna.
Her love was compared to an ocean.
il suo amore si può paragonare all'oceano.
She was making him afraid. Making him afraid.
Afraid. Ma lui aveva paura di lei.
She saw that my son is crying, so she threw away the stick.
E lei ha capito che, ok, il mio bambino sta piangendo e lei ha buttato via il bastone.
But she had so much love for him.
Lei aveva così tanto amore per lui,
But she decided, I have to punish him.
ma lei ha deciso di punirlo.
So she decided that she should, somehow or other I should punish him today.
Lei ha deciso di punirlo.
So she decided she should tie him with a rope.
Lei ha deciso di legarlo con una corda.
This was not an intelligent decision, but she was a simple village lady.
Questa decisione non era molto intelligente, ma lei era una donna semplice.
Goswami said that she knew his nature. He will run away.
Goswami dicono che se lei sapeva la sua natura non lo faceva.
So she decided I should tie him.
E lei ha deciso di legarlo.
And she decided she should tie him with a mortar.
E lei ha deciso di legarlo al mortaio.
Mortar which he had used to climb on top to break the ponds.
Mortaio che lui ha usato per alzarsi e rompere la pentola del burro.
Lord could have untied the rope, but he was afraid that, so he did not untie the rope.
He was afraid or she was?
He was afraid.
Il Signore aveva paura che non sarà capace di slegare la corda.
Lord is unlimited. How can Jasoda tie the Lord?
Ma il Signore non ha i limiti. Come Yashoda poteva legarlo?
She tied the one side of the rope with the wooden mortar. That mortar. She tied one side.
Lei ha legato un lato della corda al mortaio.
Here the question is that in her palace there were so many pillars. Why she would not would tie with the pillar instead of she's tying with the mortar? Why?
E la domanda è, ci sono così tante colonne, ma perché lei non ha legato la corda a una colonna?
Because mortar was also culprit.
What was it?
Was culprit. Culprit. Mortar had helped Krishna to break the butter. So he was a helper to culprit.
Perché anche il mortaio aveva la colpa. Anche il mortaio aveva la colpa perché lui ha aiutato Krishna di rompere la pentola.
When the police find someone has done someone's murder, then police find that murderer, but police does not only catch the murderer, but all the murder, whoever has helped this murderer, police will catch them also. So here, Mortar had also committed an offense. Mortar was helping Krishna to break the part. So Jasoda decided, I had to punish Mortar also. So she tied up the rope with the mortar to the mortar.
Quando polizia punisce un assassino, polizia punisce non solo l'assassino, ma anche tutti che lo hanno aiutato in questo omicidio. Quindi Mata Yashoda ha deciso di punire anche il mortaio, perché il mortaio ha aiutato Krishna a fare il suo crime. Il suo danno.
Krishna's one act serves many purposes. Krishna's one act serves many purposes. He can solve many purposes just by one act.
Krishna con un mano può fare servizio a tanti Vrajabasi.
Because by tying the mortar, he knew that I will have to pass through the two trees in my courtyard to liberate these two personalities who are standing as a trees.
Nel suo giardino c'erano due alberi che erano persone e lui sapeva che doveva passare tra questi due alberi per liberare queste due persone.
These two trees were Nalkuvara and Manigrava who had committed offense. They were naked. So Narad Muni had cursed them to stand as a tree.
Questi due alberi erano
Nalkuvara and Manigriva.
Nalkuvara
and
e Manigriva e Narada Muni
cursed them because they were naked, standing.
Li ha maledetto perché loro erano nudi. E lui li ha maledetto per stare lì come alberi senza i vestiti.
But Narad Muni also had given benediction that they will be standing as a tree in the courtyard of Jasoda, courtyard of Nand Maharaj. So they were all noticing all the pastimes of Krishna. But this was now time to liberate them.
Ma Narada Muni anche ha dato una benedizione che loro saranno gli alberi nel giardino di Yashoda, quindi saranno capaci di vedere tutti i passatempi di Krishna, ma adesso era il tempo per liberarli.
So to fulfill the benediction of Narada, Krishna knew that let her bind me with a mortar, and I have to pass through between the two trees. I have to pass through with the mortar, and mortar will be stuck. And mortar will be stuck. I will pull it. At that time, the two trees will fail, and the two demigods will come up, because this is their time for liberation.
Quindi Krishna sapeva che devo essere legato al mortaio perché con questo mortaio posso passare tra i due alberi e il mortaio sarà bloccato e io lo pull. Sì, io lo tiro e così questi alberi cadranno e i Deva saranno liberati.
For her, Krishna was not the Supreme Personality of God. For her, he was her son.
Ma per Yashoda Krishna non era il Signore Supremo, per lei lui era il suo figlio.
Everything she did was to please him.
E tutto che lei faceva era per soddisfarlo.
So she tried to bind with a rope.
E lei lei ha provato di legarlo.
But the rope was always small.
Ma la corda era sempre corta.
It was always 2 fingers small.
2 dita sempre mancavano.
So she had her maid servants bring the ropes, as much rope she can bring to tie him up. But every time she would try with hold the ropes, but the rope was always 2 fingers short.
Lei ha chiesto ai vicini di portare tutte le corde che c'erano nel villaggio, ma anche con tutte queste corde la corda era sempre 2 dita corta.
Time has no limit.
Non c'è il limite per provare.
Unlimited can bind limited, but the limited cannot bind unlimited. Unlimited can bind limited.
Non limitato può legare limitato, ma limitato non può legare illimitato.
Limited cannot bind unlimited. So But this was because of the parental love of Mother Yashoda.
This was because of what?
Parental love.
Ma la ragione era l'amore di una madre.
He is powerful,
Lui è molto potente,
but he is controlled by love.
ma lui è controllato dall'amore.
And he is controlled by love, so love covers over his power.
E questo amore copre la sua potere.
The strength of Yashoda's love bound up no limit.
La potenza dell'amore di Yashoda non aveva limiti.
Other gopis were laughing that she's trying to bind Krishna.
Altre coppie ridevano come lei provava di legare Krishna.
They, you see, to Yashoda told gopis, go bring the ropes, as many ropes, please bring. I'm going to tie him today. I'm not going to let him go.
E Mata Yashoda ha chiesto alle goppie, portate tutte le corde che trovate, ma io lo leggo.
So many gopis told Yashoda, give up. Why you want to bind? Give him up. You will not able to tie him.
Ma qualche goppie hanno detto, ma lascialo stare, non devi legarlo.
Mother Yashoda said, no, I'm going to bind him today.
Ma Mata Yashoda ha detto, no, io lo leggo oggi.
Finally, Krishna saw Yashoda perspiring.
E alla fine Krishna ha visto che Yashoda era tutta sudata.
Getting up early in the morning, churning the butter.
Dopo svegliarsi molto presto di mattina, dopo fare tutto burro,
Made her run behind me,
dopo lui l'ha fatto correre dietro di lui,
trying to bind me.
l'ha fatto provare di legarlo.
He saw her loving endeavors.
Lui ha visto la sua determinazione dell'amore.
His being merciful, he allowed her to bind him.
E lui ha mostrato la sua misericordia e l'ha dato di legarlo.
She was stubborn.
Lei era molto... one second. Lei era molto persistent, stubborn. Persistent, stubborn. Ok. Настойчивая. Stubborn. Persistente, lei era molto persistente.
Between the devotee and the Lord, devotee's stubbornness prevails.
Tra il Signore e un divoto, la persistenza di un divoto è importante.
His merciful nature overpower all other shaktis.
La sua natura di misericordia copre tutte altre shakti.
So Krishna saw Mother Yashoda's endeavor.
Krishna ha visto la determinazione di Mata Yashoda.
One finger represents Krishna's and Mother Yashoda's endeavor.
Un dito rappresenta la determinazione di Mata Yashoda.
And second finger represent his mercy.
E il secondo dito rappresenta la misericordia del Signore.
So just like that, Krishna, when the devotee want to please Krishna, if he endeavor with love, then Krishna pour his mercy to his devotee, and he allows devotee whatever he wants, how he wants. He gives help. Krishna's mercy helps devotee to please him and serve him.
E se un divoto mostra a Krishna la sua determinazione e l'amore, Krishna lo dà la sua misericordia e accetta il suo servizio, permette il divoto di servirlo.
Lord Brahma appeared from the navel of Vishnu. He is Lord Bhagavan. Lord Vishnu is his father.
Il signor Vishnu è il padre di signor Brahma.
Lakshmi Devi, who resides on the chest of Lord Narayan,
Lakshmi Devi
resides on the chest of Lord Narayan.
si è sdraiata sul petto di signor Narayana.
Lord Shiva, who is the soul of the Lord, he is always meditating on lotus feet of the Lord.
Il signor Shiva, chi è soul of the Lord.
Soul of the Lord, he is a soul. He is very dear to the Lord.
Chi è molto caro al Signore, lui sta ai piedi del Signore.
Still they did not receive the mercy as the mother Jasudha received the mercy.
Ma tutti loro non hanno ricevuto così tanta misericordia come Mata Yashoda.
So this is the Damodar Lila which took place here in...
E questa Damodar Lila aveva luogo in questo posto.
This is the palace where there are 84 pillars. Nandavan, where Krishna and Balram stayed.
E in questo palazzo di Chaurasi Kamba ci sono how many pillars?
Chaurasi means 84.
Ci sono 84 colonne.
This is the Raman Reti.
Raman Reti.
Raman Reti is a place, there is a sand. Reti means the sand, where Krishna and Balram, they all cowboys used to play in that sand, where they were little boy.
Reti significa sabbia. E in questo posto Krishna con amici giocavano quando erano piccoli bambini.
So our devotees also, they roll in that sand.
E i devoti si rotolano in questa sabbia.
Get the mercy.
Per prendere la misericordia.
Okay, I think, there is a pastime about the fruit lady, but I think it's
c'è il passatempo che racconta della venditrice della frutta, ma non abbiamo il tempo.
Also there is a pastime of the Radharani's appearance.
E anche il passatempo del apparizione di Radharani.
Next time.
Prossima volta.
Okay. I think that's it.
È tutto.
Any questions, anything? It's already 8:45 anyhow.
La domanda the question is of 84 pillars. So what is the significance of 84 pillars?
84 pillars, 8,400, what are the 8,400,000 species, right?
На каком языке? Ok, ci sono, la domanda era? La domanda era quale è il significato di 84 colonne nel Tempio e la risposta è che ci sono 8.400.000 di forme degli esseri viventi.
So 84 pillars represent 8,400,000 species, right?
Quindi queste 84 colonne rappresentano 8 milioni 400 mila di forme di esseri viventi. 8 миллионов 400 тысяч форм жизни.
Okay. That's it?
Hare Krishna.
Well, it's 8:45, we have to close, right?
E il tempo sì, è già finito.
Okay, so thank you everybody.
Grazie mille a tutti.
And thank you to Olga Mataji for translating, putting all her time and energy.
Grazie per la traduzione.
And thanks to all the devotees in this temple.
E grazie a tutti i devoti in questo tempio.
Jai Gauranga Prabhu.
Jai Gauranga Prabhu.
I haven't even seen him. Where is he?
Io non l'ho visto, dov'è? In the south, they're doing Sankirtana.
Huh?
They're in the south doing Sankirtana.
He's here.
No, in the south, but he's coming tomorrow, right? He's coming tomorrow, but I don't know if you will meet.
I'm leaving at 9.
Hare Krishna.